Hello. Welcome to my little corner of the internet. I'm Tasha, and I'm really glad that you stopped over tonight. I thought for tonight's video, we could take a look at the Tarot of the Divine by Yoshi Yoshitani. I may be saying that wrong, and I do apologize if I am. And it's kind of like a deck that I've been eyeing for a while, but the reviews are kind of mixed on it. So, and the art is really different than what I'm typically drawn to. So it's been on the back burner, but it's never been one that I felt like I had to purchase or I really needed. It was always a different deck that I would buy instead of this one for whatever reason. But I've always been curious about it, and I kind of like when things have mixed reviews because it's like, how would I feel about it? And I'm curious. I'm very curious about this deck. It's really nice, like just based on what I'm seeing here. It's a nice, like, kind of matte book. It feels like really nice. It's nice quality, and it's packaged really cool. It's just this little seal that's holding it together, which I really like. It says on the back, the path to enlightenment is unique for each of us, but many of the lessons we learn are shared stories passed among cultures and generations. And then it says, Tarot of the Divine brings traditional tarot archetypes to life with a lustrous series of fables, including The Little Mermaid, Aladdin, The Crane Wife, Sleeping Beauty, King Arthur, and the stories of many lesser-known legends and deities from all over the world. Just as the tarot provides ways to interpret the world around us, so too do these illuminating folk tales. So that's kind of the gist of what this is about. It's like world folk tales, which I think is really cool, and it makes me curious. I've got my little stick here. I was making rose petal beads the other day, and I impale them on there, so I'll just use that to get that off, and I'll deal with fumbling with that later. When you open it up, this is what you're greeted with. Very nice little guidebook to begin. Tarot of the Divine. And we won't look too much into this so we can kind of see the cards. Oh, my belly's grumbling. But let's take a look. Let's take a look at the tower here. So Rapunzel. Okay, cool. And it says German fairy tales. So it seems to tell you what parts of the world the fairy tales inspired by, or the mythology. And it talks about kind of your standard, what am I trying to say? Your standard kind of definition of what the tower is, and it gives you a little upright and reverse meaning. Let's see. It breaks down your major and minor and the numbers. I always like it when books include information about numbers, because the numbers really can tell you a lot in a tarot reading. Yeah, I'm looking to see if there's any suggested spreads in here. Okay, yeah, just a couple little spreads. So 1-card spread. Well, okay. Oh no, here we go. 3-card spreads, past, present, future kind of thing going on. How to read it, and then a 5-card spread, and then a sample card interpretation. That's cool because it kind of just gives you an idea of how to interpret it. So very cool little book. These are the cards. This is what we're here for. And again, we have this really nice matte texture that, I don't know if I'm using the right word actually, but it's like, you know what I'm talking about. It's like that. There's textured, whatever. What's that word for that? What is the actual correct word? I keep saying matte, but I don't think that's correct. But it's just it's very nice. So the backs, if you read reversals, you're not going to have any problems there. They're really thick, very thick cardstock. Love the pumpkins and the little mice. Very pretty. Love that. Wow. Very, very pretty. You probably hear Dublin. He's looking because I put some seeds and peanuts out for the birds, and he thinks he's a bird, but unfortunately, he cannot have seeds and peanuts. The lovers, very nice little. I think which is well, we'll find out in the book, but I think it may be Beauty and the Beast. Maybe it'll be interesting to take a look at the book, like the guidebook for this, and see where the fairy tales come from and what what they mean, what they're about. It's kind of like a stepping stone. You could learn about all these different fairy tales. You could really go deep with it. Like that a lot. That's pretty. That's cool. I love the flowers. I actually kind of like. I really quite like the colors and the images on the cards. I'm glad, like so far anyway, I'm feeling pretty glad that I picked this up. They're really pretty. They just feel like really good quality. Like they don't feel cheap. That's a cool devil card. I kind of like that the devil's being represented through the serpent. It's very pretty. And there's our cover photo. Some pictures I feel like maybe I recognize the stories, but then I'm like second guessing myself. So I'm gonna save myself the embarrassment and not try to guess while we go through here. Aw, I really like these. It looks to me like the minors are sticking with the theme of the majors where it's just a mix of different folklores. I was wondering if maybe like they would tell the story of a certain tale or maybe of like a certain country or something, but it looks like it's just a mixing pot or a melting pot. It's just everybody's in here together, which is really cool. You get a little bit of everything. It'll be fascinating to like, because I guarantee you, there's so many stories in here that I have never heard of before. So I'm excited to see where this leads me. That's like the first time the Ten of Cups has kind of given me spooky vibes. It's really, really different. I'm very, very happy. I thought that was a vagina. Maybe it's supposed to be. I'm very, very happy with these. Oh, you know what? It probably is because the birth canal on the Ace of Pentacles, right, is that little archway. I wonder. I think that might be a vagina coin. Uh, Interesting because there's not a lot. A lot of the times, well, no, I guess there is. I'm so intrigued by these images because there's just something, my eyes are excited because honestly, it's just not art that I usually am drawn to. So it's really different for me. And I haven't really been paying much attention if there's a lot of lining up with the Rider Waite Smith. I was about to say that it doesn't, but there are some cards that do. But like this card really does. I wonder if this is the Match Girl story. I've kind of just been really drawn in. This does remind me, I do have another deck. It's called the Fable Makers Tarot, and it's got very similar art styles. So I'm going to have to take a boo and see if it's the same company or the same artist, because I can't remember. And that's a really cool deck because it's 3D. Oh, look at that. If you watch What We Do in the Shadows, I will definitely be thinking of Nandor with that one. And our swords, I'm curious how like dark we're gonna get here. Okay. Really pretty. It kind of takes me a minute to see what's going on. So I guess we got a person here and they've pushed someone off of their boat. So we're playing with the different elements in here for sure, because this one was giving me air, but we also had some that were kind of fiery as well, like that ace, I think it was, or the two. I guess it doesn't matter, but oh yeah, I think I can see it. Yeah, it's like we got some fire, we have air, we have water. It's kind of like, I don't think the elements are very, I don't think we're staying entirely true to the elements, which is cool, which is fine. Mix it up. And you can represent, you can show whatever you want on your cards, but just curious. Oh wow, that one's really neat. Are those impaled people behind her? Maybe. And our wands. Very neat, kind of looks like a paintbrush. Very cool. Wow. I really like these. I really do. A lot of reviews I've read are people saying like they struggle to connect with these cards. Seems to be what like the negative review of them is. But I kind of see them more as they're interesting and exciting because a lot of the images and a lot of the stories here are things that I don't know about. I don't know these stories. And so maybe I don't feel like I'm connecting with these cards like on some kind of deep personal level, but I feel like this is an amazing deck to grow with, to learn with, to discover with. Sometimes tarot isn't always about you feeling super connected and you seeing yourself in all of the cards. Sometimes you can use them to help you expand and grow and learn. And I really feel like that's badass. I really feel we've got Baba Yaga back there. Sorry. I really feel like you can get so much more out of tarot than just one thing, one facet. The wands are kind of dark, like interesting. We got the skull, we've got more skulls, but they're very fiery. I'm just kind of rambling on to myself. Cute. Oh, that's awesome. And the King of Wands. Very cool. I like them. I'm into it. I am into it. I'm glad. I won't have to rehome them. That's usually what I do if I do get some cards that I absolutely can't work with. That's only happened really with one deck. But I like these. I'm into them. I'm excited. I'm excited to continue to learn with them and see where their stories take me. I just realized how much I got ink. I was making certified copies today at work of wills, and I've got ink all over myself. But anyway, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for spending some time, and I hope that you have a very magical and wonderful day. Bye.